Hello everyone. So in today's math lesson, we're gonna be talking about we're gonna apply the rules we just learned in first and second lesson. That's application of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division rules. So examples. Number one, if you're given positive 1 multiplied by negative 8 minus positive 1 multiplied by positive 2. So how do you do this? We have the multiplication rule here. The two numbers are not alike. So since they're not alike, we're gonna have a negative answer. So 1 multiplied by negative 8 gonna be negative 8. Then we'll bring down the negative, the original negative. Then here we have positive 1 multiplied by 2, which is positive 2. Positive 2. So now we're going to use the addition rule here now. Negative, we have minus 8 minus 2. So you remember what we discussed when you have two numbers that have the same sign, that the signs are like, what do? You keep the sign and add the numbers. So it should be equal to, we keep the sign which is negative. 8 plus 2 is what? 10. So the answer is negative 10. So that's example number 1. So example 2. We're giving something like negative 10 minus 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 positive 3. So whenever you see minus minus, it means plus. Whenever you see plus plus, it means plus. Whenever you see negative plus, it means negative. And whenever you see plus negative, it means negative. So here we have, so we're going to rewrite it now. We have negative 10 minus minus becomes plus. Plus, this is 3. So when we have the 3 in brackets, just assume what is outside is 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. So we have negative 10 plus 3, which is equal to what? So now we're going to use the addition, subtraction rule 2, which is when you have when you have two numbers with different signs. What do? You keep the sign of the larger number. What's the sign of the larger number here? Negative. Keep the sign of the larger number, which is a negative. Then you take the smaller number from the larger number, which is 10 minus 3, which is 7. So the answer is negative 7. Negative 7. Example number 3. If you're given something like 1 multiplied by negative 5 minus 1 multiplied by positive 3 minus minus positive 1. What do? So here we have two numbers that are not alike. at this place we have positive 1 and we have negative 5, so the answer gonna be negative. So 1 times 5 is 5, negative 5. Then here we have negative 1 and multiply by positive 3. It's gonna be negative 3 too. 1 times 3 is 3, so it's gonna be negative 3. Then we have negative negative. When you have negative negative, it changes to plus. That's plus 1. So we have negative 5, negative 3. So we're gonna first of all apply the first rule, which is when you have two numbers that are alike, you keep the sign and add the number. So what we're having here is negative 8 plus 1. So negative 5 minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8, because you have to keep the sign and add the two numbers. Then now when we have two different numbers now, minus 8 plus 1, what do? We keep the sign of the larger number, which is negative, because 8 is larger than 1, negative. Then what next? You take the smaller number from the larger number, which is 8 minus 1, which is 7. So the answer is negative 7. Example 4, sorry. Example number 4. If you're giving something like positive 1 multiplied by negative 5 minus 4 minus negative 4, sorry. Negative 4 minus 2. So what do? So here, multiply negative 5. So it's two different numbers. So the answer is going to be negative. So 1 times 5 is 5. Negative 5. Then you bring down the negative. So this is negative 4. So now we have negative negative 4. Then minus 2. Minus 2. So here you say minus 5. Negative turns to plus. Plus 4 minus 2. Okay. So now we have negative 5 plus 4. So what's the rule? When you have two different signs, you keep the sign, which is negative sign of the larger number, then take the smaller one from the larger one. So 5 minus 4 is what? 1. So it's negative 1. Then you bring down the negative 2. Negative 2. So here we're going to apply the first rule, but they have the same signs. So since they have the same signs, what we're going to do, you just keep the sign and add the two numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3. So the answer is negative 3. Hope you find this helpful. Thank you.